Okay, what's up? Quick video today. I gotta get to class soon, so I just want to talk about something quickly that I haven't talked about yet, which is another kind of effect. We went through all of them, got compression, EQ, reverb, delay, whatever. I want to talk about pitch shifting, which is not really like a standard effect, but I think it kind of goes underutilized. There's a lot of cool sound design tricks you can do with it, and I'm gonna talk about that. Now, this is in general more of like an EDM production idea, like a sound design thing. It's not like a utility thing most of the time, or it's not like you're mixing some live instruments and you want to pitch shift something. Like, that's not really, you're free to do it, but this is more for some like wacky EDM stuff because I was just in the mood to make something like that. So the pitch shifter I use is the Kilohertz one. I recommend getting all the Kilohertz plugins. They're all free. You can get their big like bundle and you can get a ton of free ones, and this one does the job. All you have to do is like mess with this pitch knob, sorry, and then go up here to add the automation clip. I always go up here and do add automation for last tweaked parameter, but there's quicker ways to do it. You can also go up here and right click on this little knob, and there's create automation clips. Whatever way you want to do it, just make sure you tweak that parameter. But yeah, anyways, this pitch shifter, it does what it needs to do. And yeah, so this beat I made there's a bunch of stuff over here. It's kind of a big beat, so I had to consolidate a lot of piano samples. But it gave me an idea, like, okay, what if I chop up one of the, I consolidated one of the chord patterns over here into this, and then I pitched it up, and I'm like, okay, well, what if I want some pitch shifting to go with this beat? So listen to this. I'll open the pitch shifter so you can see what the automation is doing. That's this pink right here. So yeah, it's still under progress. I haven't like mixed it fully yet, but can give you some cool kind of effects. And if I turn it off, listen to how different it sounds. I think it sounds way less interesting than with some pitch shifting. So like usually what I'll do is I'll like get something, I'll spam it a bit sample wise, and then like you can do it whenever, but at like the breaks in between these two, you can kind of lower it down to 0. If I were to bring this up to 100, it would pitch it up, which usually sounds kind of weird. Like you can mess with it, but you got to make sure. The thing is, if you pitch it up too much, it could get off key easily. If you do it down, it'll always just take it like really low and you can't even tell. You don't really need to worry about anything on this little thing. This is just how much pitch shifting you're doing. I always leave the compensation and correlation like this. This is just like a latency thing. Correlate, I always leave this on. Jitter and grain size, you can read down here what they do if you get the plugin, but basically they just change the way the pitch shifting works. Usually I don't really mess with it. I keep the mix at 100. And yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to show you. Go get pitch shifting. There's probably another free one out there you could try, but I think it's just kind of a cool effect. Let me know if you get anything cool with it, and I'll see you another time. Bye.